electrify. Transfer the afterburners. This is the Transformers Studio Series number 75 Deluxe Class Jolt from the movie Revenge of the Fallen. Boy, is this figure ugly. He's so ugly that he kind of grows on you, and he's not so bad looking after a while. I mean, look at that ton of kibble on him. Just all the car bits just sticking out. He's got some like samurai armor. Look at that. So much kibble on the waist. There's so much car bits right here. More car bits here. More here. Feet, okay, fine, forgivable. But you look at the details and you look how that whole mess of car bits actually forms somewhat of a masterpiece. I don't know why, I don't know how to explain it, but somehow all this jumbled up pieces of kibble just works. And I'm kind of liking this figure. I don't know why. You know, I promised myself I've already quit the Studio Series Movieverse Bayverse figures, but Hasbro and Takara Tomy keep producing stuff that sucks me back in. Let's look at that head sculpt. Wow. I mean, could this be any more accurate? I love the designs right here and the chest and how much details they've put in. This one, these are supposed to be the wheels of the car, but they put it here and all, so fall wheels, but it works. The proportions, the silhouette, despite all these things sticking out, really works for this figure. P-naps, lots of silver. Nice blue glossy plastic and silver on it. Hardly anything to complain about. I was so shocked. I was expecting lots of smudging and flakes and some splatters here and there, but so far, P-naps are decent and acceptable. You will also notice that he's got these two jousting... No, they're not jousts. They're not lances. They're supposed to be his whips, his electro whips that he uses to electrify Jetfire and Optimus Prime and transfer everything. That was his single role in the movie. I don't know. Michael Bay decided, oh, we need an electric car, and what better way to put him to use than to electrify Optimus Prime and Jetfire. So these are supposed to be the electro whips. They should be malleable and elastic, but they're just made of this semi-soft plastic. It's actually pretty hard type of plastic. And yeah, that's the accessories he comes with. No guns, no blasters, nothing else except these whips, which he can use as chopsticks or jousts or something like that. You can remove them, obviously. You can swivel them if you want to. It's just a shame that I wish there was a way that they could have had a wire inside them. And no, but that's asking too much from Hasbro, seriously. Okay, so you can replace his thumbs right here. They actually store right there. These are also the places where you can store the whips. I mean, could it be any more obtrusive? And it's just so funny looking that it works. It works so well. I don't know why. You know, you've seen those things that lots of things that look so ugly, they look nice. I don't know. This is, I believe, one of those things. Now, I've folded the panels inward like this. In the movie, the actual aesthetics of, let me see if I can just move it out. It's supposed to be like this. That's the actual aesthetic of his shoulder pads. It looks great that way too, but it kind of hinders motion of the arm. So I like to tuck them underneath those turbines. So he's got a freer shoulder with better range of motion. Speaking of articulation, the head is on a ball joint, shoulders are on a ball joint, bicep swivel. He's got a hinge elbow, and then he's got that's about it. Oh, the wrists go in and out because of transformation. He's got a waist swivel, and you can actually give him an ab crunch because of transformation. So this is his proper chest transformation. And then if you make him like this, he kind of looks cool. Like he's brooding. Like, I'm Batman. Okay. And then he's got ball jointed hips, forward and backward, do the splits. Amazingly, these samurai armor kibble are not in the way. I mean, they get out of the way when you try to articulate the legs. No thigh swivel. Hinge knees. Does he have? Yeah, he's got this swivel. I guess, I don't know what that is. Calf swivel, I suppose. And then he's got this hinge foot. No rockers or anything like that. So, and for some size comparisons, here he is with Revenge of the Fallen, Bumblebee. And look at that perfect scale. Hasbro and Takara Tomy nailed the scale of Jolt with this Bumblebee. Look how perfect the scale is. Unbelievable. Let's transform him into his Chevy Volt alt mode. Okay, now that is a doozy. It's a little complex, and I want to show you something right here. You see that? That tab right there is already showing off some stress marks. I transform him once, there's already a stress mark right there. That's because the tab that Hasbro decided to go with is like a double tab right here and a single tab right here that have to go in between. I mean, seriously? They couldn't do just one tab here and a slot right there to combine. I mean, they had to go and do this. I'll show that off later. Okay, hopefully we get to transform him properly, because I've transformed him once and I'm already scared that I'm going to break more pieces, so I stopped. And hopefully I'll do my best to show off the transformation for you guys. Okay, so what's the first thing we want to do? You want to do is you want to raise these arms. Okay, just unfold these tabs like what we did. Okay, just get them ready, prepped. Okay, do that. Touch these. Okay, now unpeg from these two pegs right there. It is also a peen just to connect them. Let them sit. You just have to find a spot that will connect both pegs at the same time. So unpeg that. Okay, go ahead and fold these up like that and form the front part of the car, the bumper. This piece right here, go ahead and unpeg that. I thought I was gonna break it. Okay, and form the top part of the car, as well as the front bumper, the bonnet, the hood, and there you go. That's essentially the car. I mean, just fold it on top of him like that, and that's the car. Okay, and then let's do these bits. The samurai armor, they're gonna fold out like this. The wheels, okay, they're on ball joints, so don't be afraid. You can move them about, clear them out of the way so you can fold the other parts of the robot. Okay, the feet, they're going to collapse here like that. Okay, and then it may look like a mess, but trust me, there is a science to this. This back piece right here is going to tab in like that. A lot of in-hand photos of this figure. And you see this cavity right here? That's where these fists are going to go into. I know, right? It's... good luck doing that. Okay, you want to fold this, the arms like this and like that. Go ahead and do the same on the other side. Like that. And like I said, you have to squeeze these fists right there, that teeny tiny space, and then at the same time combine these pegs. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, we go off and break that piece. That piece is just about ready to break. So just be careful when you do get this figure. You don't want to stress that. You don't want to do anything to anger that peg. Okay, oh fine, they sort of fit nicely automatically. Oh, that's a surprise. Okay, and then try your best not to break that peg and just combine that rear section. Okay, so you're almost done, right? Go ahead and fold these like this and like this, and then feet are supposed to fold this way. Okay, and then combine to form that part, that side part of the car. Okay, do the same on the other side. You're gonna fold the legs and the feet, and then these side panels, they're going to combine. Okay, combine the feet. Go ahead and tab things together. You know, it's best, I notice, if you just tab this lower part first, the doors and the bumper, and do all that first. Then you can just collapse the whole roof and windows once you've done that. So, which makes no sense because I didn't do anything. I just said everything just seemed to tab automatically when I put them together. Is that some automorph gimmick that Hasbro did? No. Wow, I didn't know we were done. Okay, the Chevy, that's a Chevy emblem right there. What about at the back? Let me see. Silver's okay. Taillights painted nicely. Some nice glossy black plastic here. Nice silver paint. Side view mirrors are silver, and you have this nice smoked sort of translucent plastic that they used for the sunroof and the window. So yeah, very cool. Look at the rims. Rims are actually painted nicely, and they've even molded the disc brakes on those rims. So wow, Hasbro putting out all the stops. I mean, just giving us all the bells and whistles of the alt mode. So to put the actually store the whips on the side and make him look even more funnier with those whips sticking out. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Okay, and if you want to see how big he is, here he is with Kingdom Tracks. He's actually pretty hefty, pretty big. Compared to Tracks, he kind of feels like he's a minivan and not a hybrid car. Yeah, he's pretty big. I was surprised. I thought it would be like so small, like Skids and Mudflap. Yeah, but Mudflap or Skids, if you remember those two. But he's about the same size as Tracks. Interesting. I was actually very surprised with this. Alt mode looks fantastic. And so some final thoughts on Studio Series Jolt. Despite being one of the ugliest looking, very ugly looking robot modes for the Studio Series line, I think it's a good figure. I hate to admit it, but I actually had a lot of fun with this figure. Despite that convoluted transformation, it kind of works. And as you saw in the video, the transformation, everything just fell into place. I was shocked at how not too difficult the transformation was. On paper, it should be a very difficult transformation, but in practice, when we try to do it, it wasn't as bad. The kibble all over the place in robot mode somehow, I don't know how, works well. I'm going to give the figure a solid 9 out of 10. I'm actually very impressed with this figure. If you are a big fan of the Revenge of the Fallen movie and you're trying to collect everybody, and you love the whole concept of an Autobot named Jolt who transforms into a Chevy Volt hybrid car and does that electrification thing, this is an absolute must-have. You have to pick up this figure. This is the best version of Jolt we've had as far as whatever has been released by Hasbro and Takara Tomy. This is the best. Sure, the whips could do some work. I'm sure third-party companies are probably going to be working on flexible, bendy whips. But as it is, the figure is not too bad. Very surprised at how much I liked it. Still not a perfect figure, but not bad. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of Studio Series Jolt. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.